Hello, I'm the... It was because one art form wasn't an... wait, why am I a pony? Oh wait, yeah, that's right. Equestria Girls.
Yeah, this movie, along with Season 3, has most of the Brony fandom in half. Some Bronies flat out hate this movie and others just love it.
Well, let's look at Equestria Girls.
So continuing the Twilight becoming a princess arc, the main six meet up in the Crystal Empire as we get some playful banter.
I'm a little nervous too. You're nervous-sighted. It's like you want to jump up and down and yell, "Yay, me!" But you also want to curl up in a teeny tiny ball and hide at the same time.
Okay, that was funny. And I can honestly say I'd rather watch a My Little Pony movie over the 4 Michael Bay excretions we call film of the Transformers movies.
So Celestia tells everyone to go to bed and Twilight and Spike have a heart-to-heart.
Nah, sure you will, Twilight. But come on, you should get some shut-eye. Big day tomorrow.
Aw, that's sweet.
And then we get the theme song, remixed to dubstep.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
After that, we then see a thief sneak into the castle and try to steal Twilight's crown.
Wow, after all that, foiled by tripping over a baby dragon's tail.
Epic fail!
Huh? What?
Oh. My crown! She's got my crown! Stop!
But Twilight actually uses teleportation this time. But it turns out that the adversary also can use teleportation.
Teleport, Mario! Woohoo! Well done, Mario! That was a great teleport!
Anyway, the chase goes on for a little bit until Twilight's crown ends up flying into an interdimensional portal in the form of a mirror.
What did you do with my crown?
What did she do? It accidentally went flying into the mirror portal. If she did, it was unintentional, if anything.
We'll get some backstory on this Sunset Shimmer. Apparently she was Celestia's apprentice before Twilight, and she eventually went rogue and fled to another world into this mirror portal. So it's up to Twilight to go through the portal, get the crown, and before 3 days, get back. Or else she'd be stuck in the alternate universe for 30 moons.
So, a month. That's not that bad. Or moons? You know, I have to agree with Mr. Enter when I say that I hate this whole moon ticking clock.
And as for the rest of the main six going...
Right, girls?
Ooh, I'm so nervous-sighted!
You do realize that's not a real word, right? I'm afraid I can't let you go.
What? Why not?
Sending all of you could upset the balance of this alternate world, creating havoc that would make it impossible for Twilight to get the crown back from Sunset Shimmer. This is something Princess Twilight must do alone.
In other words, you can't go because it's part of the plot. Seriously, that's exactly what they said.
So Twilight goes through the mirror, and Spike goes with too, don't ask. Then we get an LSD trip, or the portal, take your pick. And we then see Twilight has turned into a teenage girl.
Yep, that's our premise.
And Spike is a dog.
And also, yep, the only main male character is turned into the cute canine companion.
My reaction to this was...
Yeah, I'm with you in that case. I'm not fond of it.
So Twilight's a human now. She goes up to the school, and then we get a game of Spot the Cameo. Every time you see a famous character from the show, take a swig of cider.
I'm not going to do it since I have no Coke on me, and oh yeah, I can't pick it up with no thumbs.
Then we get... oh no.
You okay?
Yeah, this guy. We'll get to him later. All I can say for right now is that for now we'll call him Brad because he does not deserve the name as cool as Flash.
So then we come across the movie's other main problem, at least for me. The music.
Let me explain.
The songs aren't bad, but compared to the show, no freaking contest. The song, for example, Strange New World, isn't bad, but am I the only one that thinks it sounds like Taylor Swift album filler? Okay. Twilight ends up coming across a human Fluttershy who's getting bullied by a human Sunset Shimmer.
How dare you speak to her that way?
Aw, crap is going down.
Can't
So Fluttershy is grateful, and we get a remake of the first episode.
My name's Twilight. I'm Fluttershy. Sorry, what was that? It's Fluttershy. It sounds like you're saying Fluttershy, but how can that... Oh my goodness!
So we get an exposition dump for a little while, but then we eventually learn that the crown has been given over to... Principal Celestia.
Yes, really.
So Twilight goes to Celestia and oh geez, what happened to Celestia? I mean, why does she have lips and all the other characters away? So we find out that the crown is going to be given away at the...
It's
Princess of the Fall formal?
Nah, screw it, we're just gonna call it prom. And Twilight ends up having to sign up and earn her spot as princess.
Twilight, why didn't you just tell her the crown was yours and ask for it back?
Oh, I was going to. But imagine if one of them showed up in Equestria saying they came from a place filled with tall, fleshy, two-legged creatures with knees. We'd think they were crazy.
That's actually a good reason. Signing up and winning it fairly is actually a lot better than explaining that you're an extraterrestrial from another universe with talking, flying, magic horses and habit. That actually makes a lot of sense when you really think about it.
Now, obvious trailer gag.
And how exactly do you plan on doing that?
I have no idea.
So that lunch period, we learn that Sunset has won every single prom, which we already learned from this visual right here. We get a Granny Smith cameo, and we learn that there's all different types of cliques at the school.
To understand, you'd have to convince everyone here to vote for you instead of her. The athletes, the fashionistas, the dramas, the eco-kids,
Oh, the correct term is hippies.
the techies, the rockers.
Punks. Well, at least they got nerds, which is what I can say about High School Musical. And as for bullies, Sunset Shimmer counts. All the school needs are some emos, and then we'll have the real high school experience.
When I was a kid, I wish Grandpa would get off me. At least just fuck more softly. Now my mom gets my clothes for me. And Hot Topic, I dress like a Nazi.
Also, this whole clique subplot really reminds me of the Bratz movie, and that's something I do not want.
Also,
Why is every pony? Everybody.
Well, thank you, Spike. I get sick of that.
Separated.
so Twilight learns where to sign up. You have to go to the party planner. And who's that? Duh, Pinkie Pie. Also, we learned that the main six aren't friends in this universe. But then we get a line that just blew me away the first time I heard it.
I thought you didn't look familiar. So, now that I'm really looking at you, do you have a twin sister who lives in the city, has a pet dog named Spike that looks just like that one? Maybe?
You heard that. There is already a human Twilight Sparkle and a dog Spike in this universe. Then what's the point of Equestria being in this movie? You could have made the entire movie about these humans without having the ponyverse in it at all. You could have had the movie about this human Twilight moving from a new city and into this new school, where she meets all the rest of the Humane Six, without taking all the magic aspect out of the plot. There is no reason the ponyverse needs to be in this movie, especially considering that the events of this movie after will never be brought up in the show. God, that was a tangent.
So Applejack and a Big Mac cameo are giving apple cider soda as part of the catering for the prom. As we learn that running against Sunset is bad. Again, we already knew that. And we also learn that AJ and RD are enemies. Twilight leaves, and then Sunset shows up.
They're in this movie too. Alright, you know what? For the rest of the movie, we're going to call them exactly what they are. Skids and Mudflap.
So Sunset, Skids, and Mudflap show up, and of course Sunset starts trash-talking Applejack.
So, you country folk really aren't that bright. Must be why the other students say such awful things about you.
I forgot I was looking for their approval. Oh man.
Her handwriting.
So Sunset learns that Twilight's now in this universe, and then interrogates her in the cliché dimly lit hallway scene. Seriously, does every high school movie have to have this?
Here after my crown, and her little dog too.
It's my crown.
Whatever. This is just a minor setback for me. You don't know the first thing about this place, and I already rule it.
No, you don't. I mean, you're feared by some, but more hated by everyone else, really.
You know, the more the scene goes on, Sunset's starting to come off more like a revamp of Trixie, without even any personality. So then we get a scene with these two again, as Sunset tells them to follow Twilight around. Then we get some wacky shenanay with Twilight and a vending machine.
Excuse me. The great and powerful Trixie! Need some peanut butter? butter crackers. Voila!
Okay, that was funny.
So Twilight goes to, where else? The library, as Skids and Mudflap follow. Anyway, Twilight also learns how to use a laptop.
So, I just push the letters here, and then the words...
Stupid foreign kids don't know anything. I have to help them, huh?
That's great.
Maybe this place does have magic.
And then we get a bit with the CMC. And yes, it is funny.
When you're a younger...
Girls, what are you doing?
We're just seeing how many hits our new music video has gotten.
No, just... No! The school computers are for research purposes only.
It's just as well, y'all. Some of the comments about our song were really awful. Epic fail. Funniest thing I've ever seen? Funniest thing they've ever seen, huh?
I don't know that that's what you should take from...
So then we get wacky montage of Twilight trying to get some more knowledge about this place, and of course, goofing up.
Remember that. That's vaguely important.
So Twilight has to sleep in the library as we get another heart-to-heart between Twilight and Spike.
If you're gonna stop her, you have to focus on making friends here. You can't worry about why these girls aren't friends anymore. Even if they do remind you of your Ponyville friends.
You're right, Spike. Eye on the prize.
Again, that's sweet.
So that morning, Twilight has a newly formed strategy about how to get all the kids to start liking her. But it turns that all the kids start to laugh at her in the hallway.
The whole world sort of depends on it.
Hey, look.
Hey, you hot chick with career aspirations that doesn't stereotypically party every night! Get a life!
Eventually, Twilight comes across human rarity, and Spike falls in love with this rarity.
Oh god, please, no bestiality. I'm still having trauma over the hot sauce fanfics.
So the rest of the Humane Six come in and show Twilight a video making fun of her, which is on par with low-quality YouTube poops.
But what does it say about our school if we give someone like this such an important honor?
So the girls get a verbal spat with each other, and the girls are eventually brought all together when Twilight starts to enlighten them.
I want to show you something. You were friends once.
The freshman fair. Y'all remember?
Yes. But something happened. I think that something was Sunset Shimmer.
Why? I mean, yeah, Sunset's a bitch and all, but why would she do this to them if they've done absolutely nothing? Well, actually I say that, but it's actually explained in the new Equestria Girls comic, which you should honestly check out. They're pretty decent.
So the rest of the Humane Six are brought together. All they need left is Rainbow Dash. Well, considering that Applejack was talking about how angry she was with Rainbow, it seems that this one's gonna take a while.
They're actually talking. That's a good sign. Hugs! Oh, hugs are always good.
Somebody, and I think we can all guess who, told Rainbow Dash that my bake sale had been moved to a different day. Dash showed up with all the softball team and thought I'd canceled on her.
And their friendship is easily restored with only one talking to. That is the true definition of conflict, people.
So Dash is on board with the plan, but challenges Twilight to a soccer round, and Twilight loses.
That's game.
Why does this look familiar?
Yo, Applejack. You alright?
Did Hasbro reference... Because if they did, that is actually awesome.
And Dash says that she'll help, even though she just said that she would only help if Twilight won.
Of course you lost. I'm awesome.
Okay, that is easily the best line in the entire movie.
And then we get Sunset spying on the Humane Six.
Girl, get a life.
So then the girls go to Human Sugar Cube Corner, I guess, complete with sitting down on a couch and talking about life. And of course, Brad shows up.
Okay, let me talk about Brad. I've delayed it long enough.
Brad barely does anything. He just stands there and looks, quote, cute, unquote. And it's not that I have a thing against Twilight being in a romantic relationship. I think it honestly could have worked. But the thing is, these two barely do anything together but just look at each other with goo-goo eyes and just say, oh, we've got to stop bumping into each other. If you want a relationship to work, you actually have to have the characters interact.
Okay, rant over. Okay, that was actually honestly funny too.
Anyway, they conceive a plan that involves wearing brony ears and tails, only at Walmart for $9.99. So the next day, we then see our heroine's tactic, singing a catchy song and dance number.
Thoughts on this song? It's better than the first one, but it's still very generic. I mean, seriously, it sounds exactly like High School Musical. And remember, do not want.
So the entire school is now on Twilight's side, and they're gonna vote for her. But the evil Sunset Shimmer photoshops, or rather cuts and glues pictures of Twilight into pictures to make it look like she ruined the prom. And Vice Principal Luna now gets Twilight in trouble.
I found these in a trash can in the library. I thought you should see them.
But Brad comes in and exposes this is what really happened.
Well, that's something to build a relationship off of. Granted, the rest of the main six could have done this themselves, but it's something.
Twilight realizes her time is becoming limited and eventually has to go tell Hill the truth. And you know what? I'm gonna say that Mr. Enter is right. Spike is easily the best written character in this movie.
Gonna feel any differently about you when they find out you're a pony princess in Equestria?
I'm glad you followed me here, Spike.
Me too.
Spike, that was beautiful, man.
So Twilight comes clean.
You see, you're from an alternate world and you're a pony princess there, and the crown actually has a magical element embedded in it that helps power up other magical elements, and without it, they don't work anymore, and you need them to help protect your magical world. And if you don't get the crown tonight, you'll be stuck in this world, and you won't be able to get back for like a really, really long time.
Okay, that is easily the new best line of the entire movie.
And then they believe her. You know, I would question it too, but to be fair, when I see the dog is talking, I'm kind of gonna buy it. So they go to the gym and we get an 80s cleaning things montage. And oh look, the girls unite the other cliques together because they're all different and they're all together too. So everyone votes for Twilight and oh my god girl, get a life. Anyway, after the cleaning things montage, we get a trying on dresses montage.
Yes, a montage and another montage fairly a minute apart from each other.
So getting dressed montage and night of the prom. So more cameos and the winner is...
You all did a magnificent job pulling things together after the unfortunate events of earlier. And now, without further ado, I'd like to announce the winner of this year's Fall Formal Crown.
No. Okay, we know where this is going. The votes are going to be switched. Sunset's going to win. Of course, everyone's going to have a fight ensue and... Oh, you actually threw a curveball, movie. Give you a point.
But Skids and Mudflap have kidnapped Spike and the Humane Six chase after them as we come to a crossroads.
That's close enough. Twilight!
Don't hurt him! Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. I'm not a monster, Twilight. Let him go. You don't belong here. Give me the crown, and you can go back to Equestria tonight. Or keep it, and never go home.
That doesn't work, dummy. The sledgehammer will just go right through because it's a portal!
End up to Sunset Shimmer, and Sunset surrenders.
About my element of harmony. This place might not, if I allow it to fall into your hands. So go ahead. Destroy the portal. You are not getting this crown.
Fine. You win.
But then we get a cat fight, and then we get a good game of hot potato with the crown.
I'll take that.
But the evil Sunset Shimmer gets the crown and turns into...
More power than I could ever imagine.
Oh, a satanic demon from hell.
M proceeds to turn Skids and Mudflap into demons, and then hypnotizes the students, and through the power of friendship, the girls turn into half-human, half-pony abominations, and destroy with...
Wield it, because you do not possess the most powerful magic of all, the magic of friendship.
The holy rainbow of God, you Satan-loving motherfucker!
Okay, the only way to make that climax even more strangely awesome is if it had Tenacious D.
Yeah. So they get Sunset back to normal, and we get the lesson.
You can seek it out, or you can forever be alone. The choice is yours.
But all I've ever done since being here is drive everyone apart. I don't know the first thing about friendship.
That sucks. But, you do have a demon inside of you, and you just destroyed public property, so, yeah, we're called the police, and we're calling you an exorcist.
So Twilight gets the crown, has a dance with Brad, and leaves the human world.
That crown really does suit you, Princess Twilight.
You know what, Spike? I am starting to feel a little more comfortable wearing it.
And the wings?
I've been walking on 2 legs and picking things up with these. Wings? I'm thrilled that's all I'll be dealing with back in Equestria.
Okay, this fuels my theory that every Pinkie Pie in an alternate universe is secretly the same person. The appearances differ, but same mental ability to break the fourth wall.
So Twilight and Spike are now back in Equestria, and everything is okay. And oh look, there's even a Brad in this universe.
Don't be ridiculous. I don't even know him. He just
Totally reminds you of a guy you met in the other world who played guitar and was in a band and helped prove he didn't destroy all the decorations for a big dance, so you could still run for princess to the big dance and then asked you to dance at that dance? Right?
How did you know that?
Just a hunch.
Again, same person.
And the movie ends. And if you stay for the credits, you see a human derpy.
And that was a... Equestria Girls. Hey, I'm humanoid again. So, what do we think of Equestria Girls?
I'll give the movie half a Twilight because, considering movies that are only for girls compared to like Bratz or Barbie movies, this is easily the best one. I mean, there actually is some conflict. But with that said, the cliched plot elements get really, really old, even for someone who has sat through way too much of this kind of crap. So, half a Twilight. As for humor...
Of course you lost. I'm awesome. You're from an alternate world and you're a pony princess there, and the crown actually has a magical element embedded in it that helps power up other magical elements, and without it, they don't work anymore, and you need them to help protect your magical world. And if you don't get the crown tonight, you'll be stuck in this world, and you won't be able to get back for like a really, really long time.
You okay?
It's spot on. One Pinkie Pie. As for animation, the new designs and animation actually look pretty good, and it would only lead to the further success of Season 4's animation. One rarity. As for morality, the lesson is good. No matter where you go, you're always going to make friends. It's a little tagged on, but it's for the most part really good, so one Applejack. As for characters, I give half a Fluttershy. The Humane 6 are barely in it, and they're just really there to just assist Twilight, but for that, they do have good moments. I think where I really have to give this movie half is the supporting characters. The villain and the love interest are easily the most generic and underused characters in this entire film. Half a Fluttershy. As for continuity, the references are fun and all, but this movie has nothing to do with the show and will never be brought up ever, and that really seems like nothing really was accomplished. So, half a Rainbow Dash.
So Equestria Girls gets a 4.5 out of 6. I'm the Media Whiz, because wire form wasn't enough. Next week we'll be looking at the holiday specials.